Let's try a couple of exercise problems. Question 1. The Eagle Machine Company averaged $2 million in inventory last year. So what is this number? AAIV. And the cost of goods sold last year was $10 million. A, if the company has 52 business weeks per year, how many weeks of supply were held in inventory? B, what was the inventory turnover? Let's start with A, the weeks of supply. We know what AAIV was, and we know what COGS was. And let's use the formula for the weeks of supply. The weeks of supply is AAIV over COGS per week. And we know what AAIV is, 2 million. And we know what COGS per year is, but we don't know what COGS per week is. So we need to convert the COGS per year to COGS per week. So if we're selling inventory that's worth 10 million every year, then how much inventory do we sell every week? It's 10 million divided by 52. So COGS per week is COGS per year divided by 52. So that's 10 million divided by 52. That's 0.192 million. So let's plug this in. AAIV is 2 million. COGS per week is 0.192 million. And that's equal to 10.4. That's the weeks of supply. B, what was the inventory turnover? We know what AAIV is, and we know what COGS per year is, and we can use the formula for inventory turnover. That's COGS per year over AAIV, which is 10 million divided by 2 million, which is 5. Next, a firm's cost of goods sold last year was $3,410,000, and the firm operates 52 weeks per year. It carries 7 items in inventory, 3 raw materials, 2 work-in-process items, and 2 finished goods. The following table contains last year's average inventory level for each item along with its value. Compute AAIV, weeks of supply, and inventory turnover. In this table, we have the types of inventory, part numbers, average levels, and unit values. So to compute AAIV, we need to multiply the average inventory level by a unit value, and then you have to add them up. And you get AAIV, which is 360,500. So let's try the weeks of supply. We know the COGS per year. We know AAIV. So let's apply the formula for weeks of supply. The weeks of supply is AAIV divided by COGS per year, per week. So we know what AAIV is. That's 360,500, but we don't know what COGS per week is. So let's convert the COGS per year into the COGS per week. So the COGS per week is COGS per year over 52. That's 3, this much, divided by 52. That's 65,577. 65,577, you get 5.5. That's the weeks of supply. Next, inventory turns. We know what COGS is, and we know what AAIV is. So the inventory turnover is COGS per year over AAIV. So let's plug this in. 3,410,000 divided by 360,500, you get 9.5.